Hey there, this is Sachin sir and welcome back to Max World. In this today's lecture, we will try to understand your lesson number 14, Banks and Simple Interest. Let's begin our lesson by understanding the meaning of bank. A bank is a government recognized organization that carries out transactions of money. And to use all these services provided by the bank, we need to open an account in the bank. It is not that easy. To open the account, we need to submit two types of documents. Number one, proof of residence. Another one, proof of identity. As a proof of residence, we need to submit a Xerox copy of any one of these documents. Xerox copy of telephone bill, light bill, domicile certificate and ration card is needed as a proof of residence. And as a proof of identity, any one of these documents, a Xerox copy of it is required, which consists Aadhaar card, PAN card, passport or voter's ID. Once these conditions are satisfied, you are free to open the account in that bank. Once the account is open, you can deposit money in that or withdraw the money from it. There are two types of account. Number one, current account. Another one is saving account. The main difference between these two accounts is, for the current account, bank does not give any of the interest, that is extra money for the deposited money. For saving account, whatever the money is deposited in it, bank provide certain interest which can be ranging from 3 to 6%. Current account is usually preferred by businessmen as they need to deposit and withdraw money many times. For saving account, there are certain restrictions for the withdrawal of the money. Usually saving account is preferred by common people. Okay, let's have certain looks about the types of consumers in the bank. The very first, one who deposits money, another one who borrow money. In both the cases, whether the money is deposited or money is borrowed from the bank, there are particular terms you find in this bank transaction. The very first term is principal. The amount deposited or money deposited in the bank or borrowed from the bank is called as principal, usually represented by capital letter P. Another term is interest. Interest is nothing but extra money given or charged by the bank over principal, or the money borrowed or the deposited in the bank, that is principal, is called as interest, and it is usually indicated by capital letter I or SI. SI means simple interest and only I means interest. For the convenience, you can use either SI or normal capital I. The third term is rate of interest. Extra money given or charged by the bank for every rupees 100 is called as rate of interest. This rate of interest is usually written with the letters PCPA, that means per cent per annum. Per cent, that means per 100, per annum means for the year. Now let's see how to calculate the simple interest using the formula. Simple interest is usually calculated by formula SI equals to P into T into R the whole upon 100. Here, and second formula that we need to understand is the final amount, okay, or the mean amount. Amount equals to principal plus simple interest. That means if I borrow money from bank, suppose I borrowed 1000 rupees, then at the end of the term or at the end of the time period given by the bank, I need to give principal plus extra amount, that is simple interest, and together this principal and simple interest is called as an amount. There is a final amount returned or taken by the bank. Okay. The terms in these formulas are A for amount, there is a final amount, P for principal, that is money borrowed or the deposited in the bank, SI or I only can be said as interest, T is nothing but time in years for which loan is taken or the amount is deposited in the bank. R stands for rate of interest. Now let's begin. You are all set to solve your practice set 35. The very first sum of this exercise is very easy peasy. The question says, at a rate of interest 10 PCPA, what would be the interest for 1 year on rupees 6,000? This red color part is nothing but the important terms in this transaction. Okay. That 10 PCPA, that PCPA is written beside that 10, that means it is rate of interest. Okay. Usually indicated by capital letter R. Do not forget to mention PCPA after that number. Next one is for 1 year. What does that mean? That means the time period for which that amount, that is 6,000, is taken is for 1 year. So mention it as T equals to 1 year, and that 6,000 is the money borrowed or the taken. So principal amount is nothing but rupees 6,000. Now the question is how much interest I should pay, how the one should pay. Okay. Very first, write the formula SI equals to P into T into R, the whole upon 100. Mention the values. Very first, SI, that is simple interest, I need to find, so it will be written as it is. P is nothing but 6,000, so write 6,000 into T. T is nothing but 1 year, so mention 1 in multiplication, and after that in the multiplication we need to write the value of R. That value is 10, so mention that 10. After the denominator will be 100, the remaining part. Now observe the numerator. There all numbers are in multiplication. Now here onwards we have two ways to solve this. Either we will do the division first. Any one of the number in the numerator will be divided by 100, or you multiply the numerator and then do the cancellation or the division afterwards. Okay. So I prefer the second one. We will multiply all the numbers in the numerator and then we will do the cutting, cancellation or the division, whatever it is. Very first, the moment you multiply 6,000 into 10, the easiest multiplication I guess, because we just need to increase the number of 0, right? So that will give you simple interest equals to 60,000, the whole upon 100, because into 1 will show no change in the value, right? 10 into 1, 10, and then 10 into 6,000 will give you the result 60,000. Now observe the numerator and the denominator. We have two zeros, right, from right side of both the number, in the numerator also and in the denominator also. So these two zeros can be striked out or the cancelled, right? Here both zeros are cancelled. Now which is the remaining amount? That is 600. So my final answer will be simple interest paid by that person will be rupees 600. Now what happens is number of zeros, okay, are not cancelled. That means the number in the numerator is in such a way that there are no zeros. At that time, what you are going to do, we will leave 2 digits from right side and give decimal point. That means if the number in the numerator is 4 times 8 divided by 100, then your answer will be 88.88. What I have done, I have left 2 digits from right side. Why 2 digit only? Because in the denominator we have 100, on 100 we have 2 zeros. So 2 digit will be left from right side, from units place, and then give decimal point. That makes my answer 88.88. Don't forget this part. I hope I have made it very clear to you. Let's move on with the next question. Question is, Mahesh deposited rupees 8,650 in a bank at rate 6 PCPA. How much money he will get at the end of the year? Now see the tricky part. They are not asking us about the interest. They are asking us how much money he will get at the end of the year. Means total amount. Total amount means what? Final amount. The final amount means nothing but A equals to SI plus P. Isn't it right? Yes. Now let's try to write the given details first of all. Here the first is amount deposited is rupees 8650. That means it is principal amount, right? We are going to write P equal to 8650. Okay. After that, rate is given. That is PCPA is written beside that 6. So 6 will be the rate of interest, right? And question is at the end of the year, the last red part. Okay. End of the year means what? The time period given to us is nothing but 1 year. Okay. As my target is to find amount which equal to principal plus simple interest, I got the value of principal but I don't have simple interest, right? So I will begin my calculation by finding the simple interest. And to find the simple interest, I already know the formula. What is the formula? Yes. simple interest equals to PTR, that is P into T into R, the whole upon 100. That value of P is nothing but 8650, right? Then value of T is nothing but 1 year, so mention it into 1, and then again in multiplication we have to write 6 because the value of rate is nothing but 6 PCPA, and in the denominator we have 100. As per our method, or my preferred method, we will multiply the numerator first and then we'll do the cancellation. Okay, so the moment you multiply that 8650 into 6, we get the answer somewhat like, yes, 51,900, and the 100 in the denominator will be written as it is. After this, the way I told you, if we find two zeros from behind or from the units place, in the numerator also, in the denominator also, we can directly strike out those zeros, right? And now we are left with only 519, correct? Yes. And what is the other method sir said to you? If number of zeros are not there in the numerator, what are we going to do? We will leave 2 digits from behind, that is from units place, and then give decimal point. That means if zeros are not there, then there is no need to take tension. We just have to give decimal point by leaving 2 digits from units place. Okay, so here we got the answer of simple interest, that is 519. Okay, my target is to find amount, the final amount at the end of the year, right? So that means formula should be A equals to, that's final amount equals to principal plus interest. Now I have both the terms. We have principal as 8650 and interest as 519, and the moment you add them, we get the answer 9,169. And do not forget to write the final answer the way I have written at the end of the slide. Okay, Mahesh will get rupees 9,169 at the end of the year, and bingo, we got the answer. The next question on the board is, Ahmed Chacha borrowed rupees 25,000 at 12 PCPA for a year. That means 1 year. Okay. What amount, again the amount, what amount will he have to return to bank at the end of the year? Again, focus on the main terminology used in the question. What amount will he have to return at the end of the year? They are not asking how much extra amount he has to return. If the question is how much extra amount he has to return, that means it is interest. Presently over here we need to find amount, and we know the formula, right? Amount equals to P plus I, and here interest is not given, so we will start our calculation by writing the interest. Very first mention the given details. Here borrowed rupees is 25,000, so principal will be 25,000. Okay, after that 12 PCPA is written, that means rate of interest is 12 PCPA. Okay, and at the end of the year, for a year, that means time period is nothing but 1 year. After this, we know that we will begin our calculation by writing the formula, simple interest equal to PTR upon 100, and then we will substitute the values in it. Okay, here P is nothing but 25,000, then R is nothing but 12%, and sorry, T is nothing but 1 year, and R is 12 PCPA divided by 100. Same technique will be utilized again. The moment you multiply 25,000 into 12, we get the answer 3 lakh, and which will be divided by 100. What to divide? We can just strike out the number of zeros. So what we get? We get only 3,000 left in the numerator the moment you strike out the zero. So this simple interest will help us to find out the final amount, right? So for that, we need to write the formula first. What is the formula for that final amount? Yes, amount equals to P plus I. That P is nothing but 25,000 and I is nothing but 3,000 that we have calculated. The moment you add them, we get the answer 28,000, and bang, we got the answer. Ahmed Chacha must pay rupees 28,000 to the bank at the end of the year, as he has taken 25,000 as a loan, right? After this, let's move on with the next sum. The question is, Kisan Rao wanted to make a pond in his field. Okay, he borrowed rupees 32,250 for the at a rate of interest 6 PCP. Okay, little less. How much interest will he have to pay at the end of the year? Okay, so very first amount borrowed is rupees 32,250. Rate of interest is 6 PCPA and time period is given for us is 1 year. Now if you focus, the question is very clear. They are asking us about interest, right? How much interest will you have to pay? So only interest will be calculated by us. We know the formula for the interest, that is PTR upon 100 or P into T into R upon 100. After we know the given details, we know the formula. Now next step is to substitute the value in it. The principal is nothing but 32,250. So mention it. After that, time period is 1 year. So mention it. And rate is 6 PCPA. The whole thing is divided by 100. Now carry out the multiplication in the numerator. We get the answer 1,93,500, which will be again divided by 100. What to divide? We will cancel out the zeros. Then we are left with 1,935. And that will be the amount paid by Kishan Rao as an interest to the bank. Okay, after the 1 year or at the end of the year. I guess you have understood. Boys and girls, always keep it in mind. If you are not able to strike out zeros, okay, the second last step you can say right over there. Keep it in mind, we just have to leave dividing any number by 100 here. Dividing any number by 100 means you just have to leave 2 digits from behind and give decimal point if zeros are not there to strike out. Okay, keep it in mind, because you are gonna check yourself in these sums. So in this sum, the third question, that is right over here, 8,888. For that question particularly, you will require the second technique. There you won't be getting 0 in the numerator to strike out. At the time, what you are going to do, you are going to leave 2 digits from right side and give decimal point. That will be the value of interest. I hope I made it very clear to you, and if you have any doubt, you are free to ask it in the comment section below. Do not forget to mention the answers in the comment section. So see ya, take care, bye bye.